Welcome to Founders Club, the show for real estate entrepreneurs.
Fast forward 3.5 years, a ton of growth.
Then my career ended. Oh, yeah, then the company's sold.
Yeah. So let's go to the career ending part in a second, because I feel like that probably happened twice.
Okay.
I imagine it happened again when you sold Saint Archer and kind of had that like,
So,
now what?
I'm going to answer it for you.
Feeling.
Yeah. So basically, my wife's whole idea with starting a company was this is what I was going to do after skateboarding, right? That's what Saint Archer was going to be. It was like, I was still a pro skateboarder, so I was splitting my time. And, I remember I would talk to Josh 3 hours a day, every single day. And the first year, it was like, okay, we can do this. At year 2, Josh was like, dude, you're over skateboarding. Like, let's go. Just be done with it. Let's go. And then all of a sudden, we sold the company. It was like, this was like what I was going to do. Now I'm not.
Right.
And so there was such a mixed emotion when we sold. It was like, we sold the company and we were able to give all of our investors who, dude, a lot of them were friends and like family. That was like amazing. But I was also in a position where it was like, okay, well, what am I going to do after skateboarding? Like,
So you started Saint Archer. When did the skateboarding career end, and when did you sell Saint Archer?
so we sold Saint Archer in October of 2015, and my career ended in February of 2017. And then a world of hurt followed.
Yeah, yeah. So then, like, how are you dealing with that? How are you, like, now that the thing after skateboarding is already come and gone, and the skateboarding thing is now done?
Yeah.
How are you reflecting on, like, what's next? And
Poorly, I thought. Look, there's nothing can prepare you for something like that, unfortunately. Thankfully, I was in a position where, I had put myself in a financially stable position, but, dude, I was already, a very, what would the term be? I felt very humble in the sense of what my world actually was, and I felt very clear on the fact that this wasn't going to last forever. Mm-hmm. Still, nothing prepares you for your whole identity being one thing and then it not being.
right.
And it was like, dude, in the beginning, all I could say was you just no longer feel like you. Okay, you're Oliver, no, now you're not.
Yeah.
And the initial feeling was how do I get back to feeling me? I remember for 4 months, it was how do I get back to feeling like Mikey? And what I was doing was trying to I was trying to come up with ideas of a new company that would then become my identity. Mm-hmm. What I was trying to solve this pain with. And it was dude, I would try to come up with this idea. I would get all the way to for example, I was going to do a shoe company, right? And I was going to do a shoe company because my main sponsor, which was a shoe company, kicked me off. And I went into this defense mode. Okay, fine. I'm going to kill you with success. I'm going to start a shoe company. Totally. I'm going to beat your shoe company, right?
Totally.
And I get all the way to the point of having samples, the brand identity done, samples from China. I'm looking at a shoe going, why am I doing this? Why don't I just work on the core issue instead of trying to create the Band-Aid to hide it?
Interesting.
And that was a very humbling experience because ultimately I think that is where I accepted that I was at my lowest. And there's something painful but also refreshing about being at the bottom in a sense of there's only upside from there.
Yeah.
So I kind of recognized that there was a lot of things I needed to work through.
It's just crazy that that was your lowest when you had a hugely successful skateboarding career. You sold this amazing business that you started, and now here you are feeling at your lowest.
It shows you how powerful purpose is.
Yeah.
Right? Success doesn't equal purpose. I think it's such a bigger conversation, but us as people need a purpose to push forward, right? Yeah. Regardless if it's business, if it's identity, it's ultimately why are we here? And once the purpose is gone, you question not only who you are, but what is the point in me waking up to do anything
with my life?
Right?
Yeah.
So it's funny, man. From a financial standpoint, I was as successful as I had ever been.
Yeah.
And I was as miserable as I had ever been. I was more happy at 18 making $500 a month skateboarding every day.
Totally.
Right? So it's ultimately I had to find what my purpose was to then motivate me to be happy and inspired to go out and basically beat the next day. You know? Mm-hmm. It's funny, man. I think it happens for everyone. It just happened for me earlier, right? Like you hear about a lot of people retiring at 65 and then they go through this identity crisis. I just had to figure out at 35. I was 34. Okay, shit, I'm retiring at 34. What the hell am I now?
Yeah.
That was
That's
brutal,
wild,
dog.
man.
Brutal.
Yeah, that's super
Absolutely
wild.
brutal.
To listen to this full Founders Club interview, go to foundersclub.tv.